Placed in foster care when she was 3, Cassandra and her 1-year-old brother Albert had only each other as they moved from one home to another.
She used to hug me and tell me that she loves me and she cares about me.
In 1998, Albert was placed in a different foster home with their new baby brother, Anthony. For the next 3 years, the children were only allowed to see each other once a month.
It was really hard for me to say goodbye to my brothers because I thought I'd never see them again.
I used to cry every night because I wanted to be with her. I missed her so much.
We saw Cassandra, Anthony, and Albert, and we fell in love with them. And I said, that's my daughter. And my husband said, those are our children.
If we wouldn't have gotten adopted, I honestly don't know where I would be or, what we would have made of ourselves. There was always uncertainty and, moving from home to home, you always had to adjust, and finally, we had stability, something we can count on.
Us growing up together in the same, house and not having to move from different foster home to foster home like that in itself was like, it's like a huge weight was lifted off.
I want to be an art major. I want to do like freehand or like an anime. I want to graduate, get my AA degree, and then see what life has for me.
15 years later, Anthony and Albert are both in college right now. Our daughter Cassandra, she's a mother, and now we're grandparents, so we're so happy about that.
I always wanted my own family. I didn't want my kids to go through what I went through, or even then, growing up the way I did, how could I be able to raise a kid into adulthood? Having a family, that empowered me to have hope for the future.
I see the transformation of when I was adopted and seeing like, this is what family is, and then what I was before that, it couldn't compare.
We don't see Cassandra, Anthony, and Albert as adopted children. We see them as our children.
It was just, kind of like at love at first sight. We were supposed to be a family, like it felt right.
We saw a future as mom and dad.
The Dave Thomas Foundation is changing lives, and they're changing lives one by one. What if my daughter says, you know what, let me adopt another person? Or what if my son does? And then it goes on and goes on.
By you giving yourselves a chance to be an adoptive parent, you're giving a child a chance to get a family, someone to love, someone that's not going to say goodbye.
I'm thankful that I was adopted, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.